Hi guys, a little bit of a detour from horizontal today as I go and get a new ship. If you're not up to date on that series, click the link in the top right hand corner to catch up with the action. So look at how wide this ship is. I went and got myself a Keelback and I called it the Snailback. I don't expect it to be fast. The idea behind getting this was to add some capabilities that I didn't have with my Diamondback for my mapping project, a recreational vehicle for cartography. Now there are some limitations on slots for an exploration Keelback, but let's take a look and see what I put inside. Now I chose a few basic weapons, but honestly they did create some problems with power usage. Utility mounts, we've got heat sink launcher, frame shift wake scanner to collect some data, and your chaff launcher. Core internal, got the 3A, so the downsized power plant. Now that gives you a little bit more jump range. 4C thrusters, I want to upgrade those to the 4A, so that's one thing I want to do. Got 4A frame shift drive, and then derated all this stuff, which isn't that important. Optional internal, here's where the magic happens, because for the very first time, I got me a fighter, and that was super exciting, because, yeah, never even looked at these before, and they've got some subtle differences. The Aegis F is the fastest, and the concept is that I'm going to use it to really quickly explore the canyons of a planet, look for points of interest, and then switch into my Scarab to go and scoop up whatever I find. I do have room for 32 cargo, which is a major advantage over the Diamondback. One issue I do run into with the Keelback is that there aren't enough small slots to have both the detailed surface scanner and the advanced discovery scanner. So I dropped the detailed surface scanner, and I guess I'll do the scanning in the Diamondback first on a system and then come back in the Keelback. Now, one of the most awesome things about a Keelback is you can fly multi-crew with it, and I'd never even looked at this before, even though I have flown the Adder, which is a very cheap ship which can do multi-crew. But the idea is that you pay a percentage of your profits to another crew member, and then over time they rank up. You pay them a little bit more, but they become more skilled, so you could release your fighter and they would defend you in a combat situation. The initial hiring cost is not very much, even for the top crew member, but the percentages range from Ema, that wants 2% here, to Ian, who wants 12% of my profits. So for now I decided I would fly my fighter myself and see how I get on. So let's have a look at the map around Zeta Leporis. Watchman's Flare Star. It sounds really interesting. It turns out that is based on an observation that's been made. Flare stars are red dwarfs that increase in brightness, perhaps due to a solar flare. So it would be cool to check that out. Thessiat, you can see, isn't too far away. It's over there. I'll probably take my Keelback. You know what, that's not so bad. What, 6 jumps? Maybe I'll go and do that. Can't believe this, I actually did a successful, well, seems like it's going to be a successful glide into Farseer Incorporated. Last time I tried it I got some weird bug where I DC'd. It was only by coming out of open play and going into solo that I was able to stop it from bugging out. You hear that sound? Somebody said the Keelback sounds like a fax machine. Another shiny new ship for the engineers to kit out. Alright, so Felicity Farseer could do some things. I'm actually lacking some materials, so I could only do like a level 3 frameshift drive upgrade, and I'd like to be able to do 4 or 5. I could improve the top boost speed, so I'm up to 370 meters a second, which importantly I think will be enough to get away from any bad guys. And my power capacity is over with everything turned on, so that's good. Apart from that, I think I just need to go and scoop some more materials and then come back and get maybe the level 4, but at the moment my range is 25 light years. Right, on the way back to Zeta Leporis, I took an opportunity to try out the Snailback and see what it could do. And look at the coloration in this canyon. It's a brownish world, but there's some kind of blue-green, minty deposits in the canyons. Let's go and see what it is. The maneuverability of the Keelback to be really good. The visibility isn't quite as good as what I'm used to, but then I do have the fighter. It's the brightness of this cliff face that's really interesting me. I don't know why that would be. Is there something behind us that's reflecting really brightly on that? I suppose it could be the cliffs here, which are quite bright, reflecting the other way. Reminds me of Minmus in KSV. So I spotted a point of interest and I decided I would put the keel back down. Because of those manoeuvrable thrusters on the side, it's actually quite good at landing for such a large craft. Because I'd never done this before, I thought I could land the keel back and then release the fighter from the ground. Here we go. First time ever. Oh! Too close to the planet's surface. Oh, that's why. I see. So you got to be in the air. If I jumped out and I was in the air, would the ship just crash? It might do. Look how high the thing is off the ground. It's like the end to all my woes. Number of times I've not been able to get under the ship to redock my SRV. Not anymore. I think the blue is surface ice. I noticed when I got to the bit where it got way more blue, we also passed from starlight into shadow, and I think because it's tidally locked, the shadowy bits are also permafrosted, and I'm noticing poor traction down this slope as well, and I wonder if that's built in as well. Pretty cool. This is like a pretty extreme valley. Definitely little snow-like particles coming up, so you see all the blue there. And then the brown hills in the distance. There's like a valley cut all the way through here. Like a glacier maybe. So I've got to get up that hill. That might be harder than it looks. Well, that was a beast of a valley to get around. But yeah, I think I found out what the mystery was. On a tidally locked planet, chasms like that will remain permanently in shadow, and so we'll get a kind of icy frosting, and that's exactly what we saw. Now, I've done a bit of reading, and from what I understand, I can release my fighter and my ship will follow me around. So 3, 2, 1, give it a try. It's like an SRV in the air, I guess. Oh, sweet. Nice. Now, let's try not to crash into it. Where's my keel back? There we go. Selfie stick. Indeed. Hello. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. The fighters have some impressive capabilities. They can travel up to 30 kilometers away from the mothership, and this one can travel up to 550 meters a second. That's faster than even the Cobra Mark III, which can be set up as a fast exploration ship. Visibility is very good. One issue is that the vertical thrusters seem to be quite weak, so if you're in need of a bit of lift to get off the ground, you've got to be a bit careful, because the fighter doesn't seem to be able to do that as much as a large ship like the Keelback. It does look a bit cramped in there, but it also looks like a Darth Vader helmet. So, how do you redock with this thing? Request dock? Fighter retrieval sequence. I see. Oh, sweet. This is extremely cool. So you just go under it like an SRV and it's gonna like hoover me up. This is really fun. Nice. Yeah. Get me out. I'm on a boat. Oh, what's that? Like a camera. Nice. That was really fun. So in summary, I'm a massive fan of the Keelback already. The Snailback is going to be really useful on my mapping project and just for general sight running and exploration on planetary surfaces. Thanks for joining me again today. I've got to give a shout out today to RoccoW, who makes awesome chiptune music that I love using in my videos, so go over to his SoundCloud, his YouTube channel if you haven't already, and give him some love. I'll put the links in the video description. Next time I take the Snailback to do some mapping in Zeta Leporis. There's going to be some juicy maps that I've been working on, which I'm really looking forward to showing you. Until then, keep exploring.